Всем привет! Продолжаем играть в задание легенд. Впереди у нас Лини, Забытый разбойник, Пятнистый Кот, глава 1. Также, если кто-то появится на стриме, кому нужно, кто будет не против, чтобы я зачитывал, я начну читать, а так быстренько для себя пробегу.
I see. So you believe that this warning...
Absolutely. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Phantom Weasel never acts as you expect. He must have faked his own death 10 years ago using a... Now that he's back, I'm sure the guards who worked on his...
Couldn't agree more. Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, whom should I interview next? Huh? Hey! What a coincidence! Fancy meeting you here. Perfect timing. Yeah. Huh? Oh, well, not to worry. You're in 10 or so years ago. Wow! Precisely. He would just as soon steal a necklace from a rich merchant's safe as he would a toy doll given to a commoner child for their birthday. I know. Yeesh. A magician named when the police went through his... Sure enough, I had to squeeze through the crowd this morning to get a photo as soon as I heard. Here.
So, this is the warning letter, huh? But 3 days from now, when...
This is, without a doubt, what once seemed like an open...
Uh-oh. If this thief will steal anything that other people value, does that mean even we? Really? Oh, let him try! In fact, my man's gonna eat all our snacks right now! Let's see...
Okay, the people have spoken. It's clear that the public are very concerned about the Phantom Weasel's reappearance. Let's see, I've got a photo of the letter, my interview notes... Yep, that should be enough to form the skeleton of my article. It's something exclusive. Who should I interview next? I need someone with a more concrete connection to the weasel. Is that who I think it is?
Lini!
Magic, magician, Caesar! The Phantom Weasel! That's it! Let's go interview Lini! You see, the original Phantom Thief Caesar was a magician too! And what do Phantom Thieves and magicians have in...
Are you serious? What sort of a deduction is that?
Oh, relax! My journalistic instinct tells me that an exclusive news story is beckoning. Let's go! No time for delay! Mr. Magician? How did you know which card I picked?
Oh, it's simple. Come closer, and I'll let you in on my secret. Magicians have a special skill called telepathy.
Really? Then, what am I thinking now?
Well, first you need to relax, because I can see that you're clenched.
Aww.
And now you're getting a little flustered. You're trying to find a way to empty your... You snuck out from home today, didn't you? You told...
You can tell?
Of course. Oh, and...
All right. Got it. Bye, Miss...
Hey, Lini?
Why, hello. We meet again.
Well, why don't you guess, Mr. Telepathic?
Oh, please. You didn't believe...
I'm sure that child would beg to...
That was nothing more than a little trickery. That, plus the fact that you guys, on the other hand...
Wow. Got it.
Wait, really? His warning letter's been the talk of the...
Bingo! I plan on writing... So, Lini, what are your thoughts on this?
Angry? Why?
You read his letter, right?
Huh. What did it... Wait a minute, you don't think he's after you, do...
Well, if he is, then his warning is clearly a direct... And if he's not, then it's still going to be a huge headache for me. The mere mention of the weasel's name is enough to scare people off. So once the contents of that but I've been preparing for this for a long time.
Really? So what you're saying is...
To be honest, I'm not sure if...
You're being far too modest, Lini.
Thanks for the compliment, though a lot of people liken magicians to thieves. Allow me to demonstrate with a quick magic trick. Here, I have a flower. Just an ordinary flower that was picked not long ago. Watch it carefully now. 3, 2, 1.
It's good.
That's the question. Therein lies the difference between us. Thieves make precious things disappear, but only magicians make them reappear. If I could now invite you all to check your clothes...
A surprise? Let me see! It's right there! But how...
What an outstanding trick! Sorry, Lini, it seems that my...
Don't worry, I didn't take a... Since Caesar's death...
I can imagine. Coming back to your trick just now, for example, magicians, but you use...
Impressive knowledge. It's no wonder you're such a successful journalist. It sounds like something I should look...
Well noted. In that case, please feel free to get in touch. If there's nothing else, I'll be off. You've given me lots to work with.
So, Lini... You feel it too, right? So itchy!
Not so itchy then, huh? Well, since you're so concerned...
Magician's assistants? Oh, that sounds fun! Assistants are technically magicians too! Also, it'll bring us one step closer to figuring out how that darn trick is done! Shall we go for it?
Excellent. Thank you for putting your trust in... The first thing we need to look into is who Caesar really was. But if he wasn't the weasel? Well, that'll make things more interesting. It would mean that the weasel lives, and he's been laying low all this time in some corner of Fontaine. And if we're investigating Caesar, his fiancée Gemma is a good place to start. Word is that she visits the cemetery often, so I asked Lynette to wait for her there. We should make a move. Let's go and rendezvous with Lynette.
Так, я вернулся. Интересно, что произошло. Какую-то джему надо найти. Или какого-то. Ну, пойдем. Так, что это такое у нас? по квесту мы успеем еще зайти. Надо посмотреть, что здесь за испытание. А то когда я сюда еще раз приду. Так, сундук, да? Опс. Ой, дурь. Где она? Ты чё не подскочила-то, я не понял.
Go, Barbara, go!
А, у меня, наверное, кончилась энергия. То есть здесь уже нет. А в каком? Ничего не понимаю. В непонятном месте. Давай.
This is the kind of surprise I could sing about.
This meat will be frozen.
Boba, get them!
Disappear! Cool it! Freeze!
Out of the frying pan, into the bucket!
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite!
Nice and spicy!
Wind blade!
Так, что-то как... Я что-то сделал. Понятненько.
Freeze!
Out of the frying pan, into the...
Cool it!
Надо все-таки немножко геймплей разнообразить.
Brace you! Brace you!
Ну. То есть он до сих пор у нас неактивный. Видимо, сначала вот это надо активировать. Ничего не понимаю, как она работает. Ну, посмотрим. Эй, вы куда? А, замечательно. Ну, пойдем дальше по
This is the kind
квесту.
of surprise I could sing about.
Sorry, I bumped.
It's been a while, and we're working as.
Thank you. It's good.
So, what's the situation?
Nope. I've been here a while, and she.
How bizarre. Well, we won't get anywhere by Excuse me, good.
Gemma? You mean Caesar?
I'm just trying to get up.
Yeah, she does. Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been... I asked her what she was doing. She knows he's gone.
And she's been doing.
I'll bet. I don't know if I'm honest. I think this is all... Anyway, well, that's everything I know.
All right, well,
You're welcome.
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom.
You're kidding.
I don't know anymore. Oh, but what if? Just.
Called it.
Oh, please.
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
hello there. Sorry for We're actually quite.
You've come to the right people. He was a great magician. I was right up close.
I saw him perform. Sometimes he.
He doesn't sound like such.
But after he died, there were also as I'm sure you know.
Whatever the case, now that the weasel is... I bet Gemma must... No, speak of the devil. That's her over there. If you've got any more questions about Caesar...
So that's Gemma. Wait.
Who's asking?
Don't be afraid. It looks like.
Thanks for.
My name is Lini.
My name's Paimon, and
The weasel posted a. You knew Caesar. I promise you can trust. Huh.
No.
Got it.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave.
judging by the look on her face, there's definitely.
She's lying.
That's fair. In any case. Over here.
Lynette's not joining us today.
I've had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any inroads with her. They should still... Today we'll be looking into a guy named Lorenzo, Caesar's When Caesar passed away before long, I had to pull a lot of...
You neglected dement.
My apologies.
Oh, forget the pleasantries, just sit.
Get a load of this guy.
I only agreed to meet.
Much obliged. Yesterday morning, a ward... I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that my...
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the weasel in...
Please, sir, no need to get so worked up.
Possibility, it's a fact. The weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows.
Oh, sir, my pride is a
Your pride?
I want to find out that...
What would that accomplish?
Uh-oh. This is...
Renzo? Is that?
Another day, I'm...
Oh, come on!
If I wanted your life...
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had the...
Oh, hey! This is your first... and he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being...
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of... I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Lini, be my guest. But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather...
Totally! He's gotta be...
I think so too. That guy Edmondo's... You okay there?
Oh, you guys. I say way too much.
So, he was serious?
Hey! Don't go prying into...
What kind of...
Don't even ask. And take it from me. That's not a good sign.
And there he goes.
Shh. Don't say anything and don't look back.
Go, Barbara, go!
You followed us a long way. Why don't you come out and introduce...
So you're Lini. And where's your... Save us the trouble and go...
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister! Who's the...
Save your
Now, I'm not...
Don't worry!
Now disappear!
Dodge this!
Booba, get them!
Freeze! Dodge this!
Nice and spicy!
Freeze! Wind
Curses. Tougher than we thought. Come on, let's scram!
Hurry, wise guys! We ain't through with— Oh, they got away! Did you catch what they— Sounds like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic. You're right. Maybe she was—
Let's head back to the...
Barbara, go! Gemma?
You again.
We just ran into so...
What? What?
So,
That's putting it mild. It's been 10... How do I know it?
I'm afraid I can't reveal all because you see. I've heard that Caesar... Do you know where it is?
The Fluvison. I also know...
Understood. Lynette?
Got it. But if I'm staying...
I mean...
Okay.
Go, Barbara, go!
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby. Huh. Looks like these boxes... There we go.
So this was Caesar's workshop. Nothing suspicious here, just normal magic props. Let's head in further. What was that? Oh, is this one of Caesar's gadgets? Guess we must have triggered some sort of device.
I'll protect us. Boba, get them!
Dodge this!
Nice and spicy.
Freeze!
Whoa. Look, the doll in the box is glowing. There's something written on the card on this doll. Let's take a closer look. magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate.
Got it. We're supposed to find the box that lit up at the start, right? There should be another wish list inside. Let's keep trying. That's weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing here. Maybe this was a wasted trip.
This place seems a little too... We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe, aha!
A secret...
I'm a magician too. That looks pretty big and... And walk to it!
Let's dance. Boba, get them!
Windblade! Windblade!
I'll protect us.
Freeze!
Nice and spicy.
Dodge this!
Hi.
Freeze!
Out of the frying pan, into the...
Windblade!
Dodge this!
Why have you stopped, Lenny?
Huh. It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys... If anyone makes a...
All right. See? Guess we've got to finish it in one run, huh?
Чего он сейчас не отработал? Я дошел до конца. А там-то ж... Ёпарасоте. Что за дичь? То у него срабатывает двойное нажатие, когда его нет, то не срабатывает первое. Ну, в прошлый раз то же самое было. Ерунда какая-то.
Wow! There's a hidden room here! Let's see! Oh, this bookcase is full of Caesar... This book's thick as a brick!
at one of my shows as a joke. So I told them I wound up saving. 2 children came to talk to me after. Anyway, I told them that. It seems like something's bothering Lorraine. Surely he's not upset that I have a good feeling about. They have all sorts of They wanted to call me master, but I told with time. I have no. Gemma thinks so too. It's nearly time for me to go on tour. I once overheard them talking. It's only been 10 days since I first. They're very tough. They hide things from me too. That's the thing about children. I can sense that their lives have been hard after thinking things over. P.S. I hope they won't find my nagging annoying. Children are so opinionated nowadays. P.P.S. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Children aren't interested in grand. Oh, Caesar.
2 magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh? Sounds a lot like he was writing about Lini and Lynette, don't you think? So did they meet Caesar when they were kids? Let's go ask Lini! Lini?
Shh, hold.
Fishy?
All in good time. First, the magician slots themselves in. At this point, meanwhile, oh no! His.
Very vivid description.
The audience's gaze then turns. Of course, that's just how I think. The inventor of this. He fell right to the ground from the highest point, and no one else had.
So Caesar's famous. I was about to say how cool. Wait a second. So
Glad you asked. This box right here is the one that Caesar. Once the magician's inside, and the box is lifted up into the. From where they're standing, at this point, he then escapes through this trapdoor onto the.
that's way simpler than Paimon imagined.
Well, there's a little more. There's the falling dummy. Many days and nights of care. Caesar was a highly.
So, how did it go so wrong?
I can make a. I looked into the case files.
Okay.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here. Because a magician can't afford to have their most but the essence of and so, but in his most stressful, exactly. I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would have, but I'm sure. So he, much like when you reach instinctively, with the stakes being as high as they were.
When in reality, but
it would have to have been someone, isn't that?
You just couldn't let sleeping. There's not a lot of people who'd go to. But I gave you your chance.
You mean Gemma?
Yes, although, however, which is why you can't leave.
Go, Barber, let's dance. Boba, get them!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Eat this!
With the wind!
Freeze!
Ah!
Nice and spicy.
Dodge this!
What's the...
Come on, we can do it.
Oh, so sorry. Cool it!
Boba, get them! Out of the frying pan.
Dodge this!
You're toast!
Wind blade!
Had enough yet? I think it's high time.
He was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made.
So it was...
Jealousy. He poured everything into his. But the people loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him. Amazing. Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, Mac. He forbade me, and with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I had to kill him.
And this was...
It was reason and...
Well, I was
in love with Gemma.
Guess I was wrong about...
I am. Caesar was... I never bought into any of that.
Oh, yeah!
That's just how it looked. I still cheat.
So, that's the...
What choice do I... So be it.
Very well. Traveler, Paimon. Keep an eye on Lor...
At least I...
Go, Barbara, go!
Lini has told me the whole... Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar? And...
What kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it.
Looks like it's all over. What should we do next, Lenny? Should we...
Let's rendezvous...
Good point! Go, Barbara, go!
Ah, you're back. You were so quick.
Your third?
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode.
And that's besides the point.
Did everything go okay?
Of course!
Gosh, that's... I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but I...
It's okay, but you don't need to...
I always wanted... I was so... Thank you all...
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed that... at least his soul can finally...
If...
Don't blame yourself.
Yeah.
Cheer up, Gemma. My brother's doing... This show will be a...
In Caesar's honor.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening.
Don't worry, we'll be there. No, where are we gonna... Wait. Paimon feels like we're forgetting something. Oh yeah, Caesar's diary! Go, Barbara, go!
Not this time, so I'll be watching with you.
Good evening, ladies. The great magician Lini has prepared us.
Thank you all.
Exciting stuff.
Yes, it's just...
No wonder. So,
Children love, and somehow
Aww.
it was...
Oh, that's...
Is that right? After all, you never know when the people dearest to you might...
That's right.
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy.
See? If the Phantom Weasel! Lorenzo escaped, where is he?
As Lini once said, but once the bag... It's been 10 years, Gemma.
What are you... Time Traveler? Paimon doesn't like where this...
Ladies, and there will now be a brief... The final performance will take place outside of the Opera House.
The Phantom Weasel never did like public... Don't worry. This place will be...
Go, Barbara, go!
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid I can't do any tricks to light. This is a big mistake for a magician to make, but...
Lini? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom...
all in good time.
Really?
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and her opportunities to act became... Of course, she could not simply take this lying down, and before long, she found her ticket to... After weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned...
So, being the master deceiver she was, the Weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. But as she was considering how to make her move, at her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's afterwards. Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the Weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
But I just have one question.
Don't worry, Lorenzo said nothing, but I never believed that he was the Weasel. And in fact, my investigation only made me more...
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me? Even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they... With a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very convincing performance. The lovesick fiancé, Caesar was maligned. Who would suspect for once...
Wait. So you mean... the whole... But... why would Lorenzo agree to that?
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Lini, if you're so confident in having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But...
An excellent
Is that right?
As a matter of fact, there's... Why would the real Weasel...
Of course. If I had to guess. Left to fend for herself after her parents died, she'd scrounge waste. This was her only... Once again, she was betrayed. This was a fate too cruel for anyone to bear. I detest the happiness of I will rob them of everything.
That's some...
Does this story...
Yes, it is quite to my tastes.
Huh. Because without that, none of this would...
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, Lini... Or should I...
Very sharp? Well, no need for me. The most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the Weasel to show themselves. Of course we did.
Wait. He taught you math.
We remember all 10 years ago, but we...
And? What?
Free? Caesar once told... I think that applies to you Life took many things from you and...
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather... Back to Lorenzo for a second. He knew who you were and the things you'd done, and you're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. But that truth is gone now, and I guarantee...
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Your freedom will cost you dearly.
Gather round, one and all. The time has now come for the amazing Lini to... I'm sure you're all wondering...
A high-altitude escape?
I'm sure you all remember we have now learned...
Guess that's my cue to leave. Traveler, Paimon, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight.
Lini, wait. You two hid a lot from Caesar. He went to his grave without ever knowing your secrets. So you don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone.
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
So,
Like Lini said, when you're ready, let's head outside and watch the show.
But what about Gemma?
She'll figure out what's best for her soon enough. Oh,
All right. Well...
Magic should be mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's alright. We're used to that.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day, you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look! Behold! Lini is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Watch out!
Mysterious. Surprising. And logic-defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Did you see that?
How could he possibly have done that?
how mysterious. What a heart-stopping magic show. Caesar's name has finally been cleared.
Looks like everyone really loves Lini's grand finale. Paimon doesn't see Lini anywhere. Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. But, oh, you mean... Yeah, that's alright, let's go...
Magic is a... I was honestly... Sometimes, did he regret taking...
You know?
After I joined the House of the Hearth, I told you about my past, but I quickly realized I needed to learn. We were gifted...
So that's why you said...
Yes. In all, we only... For instance, but in truth, what amazed me, trust is a
Lini...
Still worried about the way... But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the house... After Caesar went that night, to keep secret, you only realize how much someone...
Yeah, we've had this delicious food. You know, Traveler, doesn't that kind of...
Exactly. It's the same... Life has taken... That's why the darkness... Alright.
It was amazing,
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are...
come on.
Oh, alright then. Watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in your hand.
Huh? My goodness, you're right. But I could have...
3, 2...
Now, have another look around.
Really? Let's see. Wow, there it is! Oh, but more importantly,
Well, if you want to... Since you have...
Is that it?
Look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my show. I look forward to seeing you.
Shall we head back now, too? Oh, Paimon can't wait. Let's head to the Steambird's offices tomorrow.
I wonder what...
I'm very sorry, Charlotte.
Oh, please, Lini, I'll only take a moment of your time.
Huh? What's happening here?
I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel, but just as dawn broke, I suddenly received news that Caesar's fiancée, Gemma, had contacted the guards and confessed.
That was quick.
Too late, bro.
Aha!
Maybe watching my high-altitude escape trick reminded her of a better time with Caesar, and she could no longer ignore...
Okay. Oh, I remembered! Quickfire question! Where did you all...
Oh, we went to this... Actually, glad you mentioned...
What?
I don't know, I just...
What the...
See, forgive my persistence, but when apparently one of... Alright, I guess I'll leave you to continue the rest of your conversation in peace.
Lynette? Oh, really?
Phew. Please, take good... I'd be really upset if you...
Ну что ж, данная история была поинтереснее, чем предыдущие несколько. Хоть какая-то движуха была. Так, думаю, на сегодня достаточно. Если будет свободное время, то, возможно, завтра посмотрим Нивелета. Точнее, Нивелета. Спасибо всем, кто зачем-то будет смотреть это в записи. До свидания.